Hello students, in this session we will discuss about constructors and destructors. A constructor is a special member function which is used to utilize the objects of the class at the time of their creation part. One of the important special feature for a constructor is constructor has the same name as class name, and constructor is automatically invoked by the compiler whenever an object is created. So for constructors, explicit calling is not required. It is automatically invoked whenever an object is created. Now observe. Now we shows one example for constructor. Here we created a class like class demo. Here we declared two data members, int x and float y. Now here we are defining a member function which has same name as class name. Here the class name is demo. Here member function name is also demo. So this type of representation is known as constructor. So inside this member function, here we initialize the two data members x and y with zeros, and another member function as void print data. So this type of format is known as constructor. So constructor point of view, it satisfies some special characteristics and it supports some special features like constructors must be declared only in the public section. Constructors are automatically invoked whenever an object is created. They do not have return values, even void. Like other C++ functions, they can have default arguments. Constructors can be overloaded. Okay. Now, what are the different types of constructors? In C++ language, three types of constructors are available, such as default constructors, parameterized constructors, and copy constructors. First one, default constructors. A constructor without any arguments is called default constructor. So for default constructor, there is no any arguments. If default constructors are not designed while designing a program, then compiler automatically supplies a default constructor. Let's example. So class demo, here two data members int x and float y, they are defined with private access specifier. And so in demo, this member function has same name as class name and it does not accept any arguments. Hence, it is a default constructor. So inside this constructor, we initialized the two data members with 0. Then void put data. So inside this function, we print x and y values. Now main function, int main. Inside the main function, first we create an object. So whenever this object obj is created for the function demo, now automatically it invokes the default constructor. Here the values are initialized with zeros. Now CLR. Now with the help of obj, now we invoke the member function put data. Now it invokes this function and now print x value as 0 and y value as 0.0. Return 0, the main function completed. So this one, default constructor. The second one, parameterized constructors. So constructors is also possible to design by passing some arguments. So constructors with arguments is known as parameterized constructor. So when we design a parameterized constructor, at the time of creating the object, we must pass values to the constructor. Let's example. So this one class demo. Two data members are available, int x, float y. Now we are defining a constructor as demo by passing one integer argument and one float argument. Here, these values are assigned to x and y. So this constructor accepts arguments, hence it is a parameterized constructor. And we define putData function to print x and y values. The main function. So here we are creating object for the class demo. So at the time of creating the object, now we pass two values. One value as integer and one value as float value. Now with the help of obj, now we invoke putData function. Okay. So this one, parameterized constructor. Third one, copy constructors. When the reference of an object is passed as an argument to the constructor, then it is referred as copy constructor. Let's example, class demo. Here we declare only one data member int x as private. Now demo of int a. Here it is a parameterized constructor. Again we are defining another constructor as demo of demo ampersand k. So here k is a reference for the object. So with this help of this object, now we are assigning x value as x equivalent to k dot x. So this one, copy constructor. And display function is used to display x value. Now main function. Here initially we create one object obj1 for demo class by passing one integer argument. So at this stage it invokes parameterized constructor. And here x is initialized with 10. Then demo obj2 of obj1. So here this reference obj1 is passed as an argument for obj2. Now it is referred with k. Now the value is stored in x. Then CLR. Now we are printing display function obj1.display. Again we are printing with the help of display function obj2.display. Now this type of format is known as copy constructor. Okay. Now destructors. Now this one, destructor is also a member function which is used to destroy the objects created by the constructors. So here destructor also has same name as class name, but the only difference is it must be preceded with a tilde symbol. So before the name of the function, it must precede with the symbol tilde. Now observe this example, tilde demo. Here we print some statement as object destroyed. Now remember, For destructors also, explicit calling is not necessary. Whenever object comes out of its scope, automatically destructors will be invoked by the compiler. Now this one, some important characteristics of a destructor. Destructors do not require any arguments and it does not return any value. Destructors are implicitly invoked by the compiler whenever the program execution terminated. Destructors cannot be overloaded. Okay. Now observe this example. Here class demo. Here we place one constructor as a demo and we print a message object created. Now this one destructor tilde demo. Here we print a message as object destroyed. Class creation part completed. Now within main function we create an object for demo. So whenever this object is created, it implicitly invokes constructor. Hence first it prints a message as object created. Now return 0 and we are terminating from the main function. So at the time of termination, it is automatically invokes destructor. Now it prints a message as object destroyed. So when we execute this program, now output becomes object created, object destroyed. Thank you one and all.